Admiral Zexthara's 6 eyes focused on the tactical display with growing unease. The bridge of the Dominion flagship Eternal Authority hummed with tension as junior officers scurried between stations, their chitinous exoskeletons clicking against the polished metal floors. "Report," Zexthara commanded, his voice carrying the authority of 3 centuries of military service. Lieutenant Vosika, a young Altarian with silver-scaled skin, approached nervously. "Admiral, the unidentified vessel continues on its trajectory toward the core worlds. It has ignored all hail attempts and refuses to respond to our warning shots. Specifications? Sir, it's unusual. The ship appears to be constructed primarily of metal alloys we don't recognize. No energy shields detected, minimal weapon signatures. Length approximately 800 meters. But Admiral..." Voska paused, mandibles clicking nervously. "Speak freely, Lieutenant. It's moving at 0.95 light speed without any detectable FTL drive. That should be impossible for any known technology." Zexthara's primary eyes narrowed. In the 5,000 years since the Galactic Dominion had established order across this arm of the galaxy, no species had dared challenge their authority so brazenly. The ship's trajectory would take it directly through 7 major star systems, including the capital world of Dominion Prime. "Have we identified the species?" "Unknown, sir. The hull configuration doesn't match any registered civilization in our databases." On the main viewer, the mysterious vessel appeared as little more than a distant speck against the starfield, but its course was unwavering. Zexthara had positioned the Third Fleet directly in its path, 47 battleships, each capable of reducing a planet to molten slag. Yet the ship showed no signs of slowing or altering course. Deep within the human vessel Defiance, Jackson Chen checked the readings on his console for the 100th time. The ship's bridge was cramped compared to the massive alien vessels surrounding them, but every surface was covered with displays showing power levels, structural integrity, and most importantly, their passenger manifest. "Lily, how are we holding up?" he called to the engineering station. Lily Rodriguez wiped sweat from her brow as she monitored the fusion reactors. "The engines are pushing beyond their design specifications, but they're holding. The real question is whether our hull can take much more of this acceleration." Jackson nodded grimly. The Defiance wasn't a warship, it was a colony transport, loaded with 50,000 human refugees fleeing the destruction of Earth. When the Dominion had discovered humanity's homeworld, they had deemed humans incompatible with galactic order and issued an extermination decree. Only a handful of ships had escaped, and this was the last one. "Captain," called out Dr. Sarah Kim from the science station, "we're receiving another transmission from the alien fleet." "Put it through." The view screen flickered to life, showing the intimidating form of Admiral Zexthara. The alien's multiple eyes glowed with barely contained fury. "Unknown vessel, you have violated Dominion space and ignored our lawful commands. Reduce speed immediately and prepare to be boarded, or we will open fire with the full might of the Third Fleet." Jackson stood slowly, his weathered face showing the strain of 3 months running from the Dominion's forces. Behind him, Lily moved to stand at his shoulder, a gesture of solidarity that wasn't lost on either of them. "This is Captain Jackson Chen of the human vessel Defiance. We carry refugees, non-combatants fleeing persecution. Our destination is the unexplored regions beyond your territory. We have no quarrel with your empire. Humans," Zexthara spat the word like a curse, "your species was judged and found wanting. The decree is final. Surrender now and your deaths will be swift." Jackson's jaw tightened. "Admiral, these are families. Children who have never seen their homeworld. All we ask is safe passage." "There is no safe passage for vermin." The transmission cut and Jackson turned to face his bridge crew. In their eyes, he saw the same determination that had carried humanity through ice ages, world wars, and the long journey to the stars. "Lily, can you give me more speed?" "Jackson, if I push the reactors any harder, we risk a containment breach. We could lose everything. And if we don't, the Dominion will make sure we lose everything anyway." He looked at the tactical display showing the alien fleet moving to intercept. "How long until they reach firing range?" 47 minutes at current velocities." Jackson activated the ship-wide communication system. "This is the captain. I won't lie to you, we're outnumbered and outgunned. But we've come too far to give up now. Every human on this ship represents the future of our species. Today we show the galaxy that humanity doesn't kneel. Admiral Zexthera watched with growing amazement as the human ship continued its relentless approach. His tactical officers had run every scenario. The humans couldn't possibly believe they could fight their way through 47 battleships. Admiral, Lieutenant Voska reported, "The human vessel is accelerating again. They're now moving at 0.97 light speed. Impossible. No ship can maintain structural integrity at those velocities without inertial dampeners. Sir, our sensors are detecting massive stress fractures appearing along their hull, but they're continuing to accelerate." On the view screen, the Defiance grew larger, now close enough to make out details of its construction. Zexthera could see entire sections of the hull beginning to glow from friction, with space dust at their incredible velocity. The ship was literally tearing itself apart, yet it maintained course. "They're going to ram us," whispered one of the bridge officers. "All ships, evasive maneuvers," Zexthera commanded. "Do not let that vessel reach the fleet." But as 47 massive battleships began their ponderous turns, the human ship did something unexpected. Instead of maintaining its collision course, it suddenly changed direction, using the Dominion fleet's own gravitational fields to slingshot past them. "They're not attacking," Voska breathed. "They're using us as a gravity well to gain even more speed." The Defiance shot past the Dominion fleet at nearly the speed of light, its hull glowing like a falling star. In seconds, it had cleared the fleet entirely and was already light minutes away, heading for the galactic rim. Zexthera stared at the tactical display in stunned silence. "Pursuit speed, maximum acceleration." "Sir, at their current velocity, they'll reach the edge of our territory in 18 hours. Our fastest ships would need 3 days to intercept." "Then they've escaped." "Yes, Admiral. That ship, it refuses to stop." As the Defiance disappeared into the vast darkness between stars, Admiral Zexthera found himself contemplating a disturbing thought. Perhaps the Dominion had underestimated what humanity was capable of when their backs were against the wall. Somewhere in the depths of space, 50,000 human refugees carried their species toward an uncertain but free future, their ship held together by nothing more than determination and the will to survive. The galaxy would remember the day a single human vessel faced down an entire fleet, and won by refusing to yield.